Alright, what's going on, y'all? This is BoxingWave. I wanted to talk on the Austin Trout, Daniel Dawson fight. It was surprisingly a very good fight. Okay, I didn't know really what to expect. I never thought Austin Trout was the most exciting fighter. I mean, he stays busy in the ring, but he kind of lacks punching power. And I never thought. He gave good fights. I mean, he gave a good fight to Cotto. He gave a good fight to Canelo as well. I thought the Lara fight was a little boring, but that's partly due to Lara because of his style, and they're both southpaws. But anyway, he did good against Dawson. I thought the fight was good. I thought the night was a good way to close out the Friday night fight season. Shout out to ESPN, because they're taking boxing so seriously. They actually had a good replay of the season, and they showed so many fights, and that fights that I even forgot about. I had to go back and check up on some of them because there was a lot of good fights this season and Friday night fights. But anyway, back to the fight. Very good performance by Austin Trout. I thought he won every round except the rounds that he was knocked down in. In fact, that third round. Let's talk about that third round. Dawson was able to land that straight right hand at will. I don't think he was able to time Trout very well, even in the later rounds. At times his punch output wasn't high, so he would land it here and there, but that third round is when he landed it the cleanest, and that's when he dropped Trout twice. Now that round itself, other than the knockdown, I think the first knockdown was early in the round. Okay, I thought Austin Trout dominated every other part of the round. I don't even think Dawson landed anything other than those rights that caused the knockdowns. I almost was able, I was scoring it, and I was almost like, all right, I should just score this a 9-9 round, because outside of that knockdown, Trout dominated the round completely. I don't even remember Dawson landing anything else. And then the end of the round comes, and he drops Austin Trout again, and I'm like, whoa, I think Austin Trout is in trouble here, I mean, so a whole bunch of things are going through my head. I'm on Twitter, tweeting about it, and everyone is starting to debate whether Austin Trout fell off. Was he overrated? Did he beat Cotto on a good day for him? Was Cotto on top of his game? And I'm watching the fight, and he's dominating Dawson for the remainder of the fight. Even knocked him down. Okay, he destroyed Dawson that round that he dropped him. All right, I thought he was going to knock him out. And great performance. It was a great fight. It was very entertaining. Even though Trout won every round except the third round, to me, I thought the fight was very competitive. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the night of fights. And that's that. Now, moving on. What's next for Austin Trout? Another thing we was discussing on Twitter, who's next? I seen people say J-Rock, Julian Williams. I seen the Charlo twins. Either one of the Charlo twins. I seen a lot of names come up, There's a lot of fighters out there at 154. Also seen Glenn Tapia. I think he's fought a couple times since the James Kirkland loss. I don't know if it was once or twice, but I know he fought a couple times. Okay, what's up with him? That would be a good fight. I think Austin Trout would be a good fight for any really young. I mean, he's still young himself. I believe he's only 28, but I think all of the young, undefeated guys, or guys with one loss or whatever, the younger guys that's coming up, that's on their way to maybe getting a title shot, Austin Trout should be that guy. Whether you think he beat him or not, I think Austin Trout is a good test for anyone. I mean, he's lost to Lara. I think out of the knockdowns, the 4 knockdowns that I see Austin Trout in, the only one that seemed to have him really hurt was the Lara knockdown. Okay, even in the fight against Canelo, Trout was able to get up and beat Canelo that round. in my opinion. I mean, it was a 10-8 round score for Canelo, obviously, but I thought Trout dominated that round against Canelo, okay? And I think he did the same thing against Dawson. All right, but the Lara fight was the only fight that I thought that Trout, like, clearly lost, and, that's the only fight that I really seen him have trouble in, okay? So, that's what I think, I know he wants a shot against Lara. Again, he wants a rematch with Canelo. All right. I think the knockdown in the Canelo fight was the difference maker of the fight. I thought it was that close. Some people say that they thought Austin Trout won the fight. I think Canelo won, but I think the knockdown was the difference. I only had it up different by like maybe a round or so. All right. So, let me know what you guys think. What's the future of Austin Trout? Glenn Tapia, good fight. The Charlo twins, good fight. Who else do we have there? We got Vanes Monterosian. You can even throw him in there, okay? Julian J. Rock Williams. I would like to see him fight Austin Trout. That would be cool. And some people say Andrade as well. I think Austin Trout, one more fight before a title shot to me. I think Austin Trout should get another good fight with a good name, like one of those guys that just name. And then maybe, get a shot at Andrade. Me personally, I think if Trout was to fight Andrade, I think Andrade's power would be the difference maker between I think as far as skill set, I think they're around the same. But I think Andrade's power would be his advantage in that fight. And I think he would be able to drop Austin Trout more than once as well, if not knocking him out. I think Julian Williams, that would be a very close fight. I said Williams on Twitter, but, the more I think about it, I think Austin Trout is still a little bit more skilled than J-Rock. But that would be some good work for J-Rock, a guy that's on the come up. And, we know Trout is on his, he has his motive to be champion again. But there's a lot of tough guys in there. The Charlo twins, there's a lot of Glenn Tapia, that would be a good fight. I think Austin Trout would be able to beat Glenn Tapia as well. But we'll see, Let me know what you guys think of Austin Trout. I'm glad he's back. And let me know what you guys think. And make sure you subscribe.